Today's little dicho is for parents, moms, loved ones, supports, doctors, lawyers, therapists, teachers, anyone trying to understand the complexities and impact of narcissistic abuse. These 5 types of narcissistic abuse and a resource that I would like to share with you will become a roadmap for you to validate your experiences and will help you to see through the complexities and chaos of this insidious type of abuse. Hi, I'm Dani, and I create this content to share bite-sized life tips or little dichos that I've learned and implemented as a result of prior trauma that can help you be the very best version of you that you can be, one step at a time. So I want you to ask yourself, are you, a child, or a loved one experience any of this? Let's dive into the 5 different types of narcissistic abuse. Number 1, emotional abuse, name calling, insults, threats, silent treatment, gaslighting, manipulation, and even love bombing. I've pulled together real-world examples and effective coping strategies here in this chart tailored for moms. Number 2, physical abuse. Physical abuse is anything like hitting, kicking, pushing, shoving, spitting, animal abuse, and even other forms of physical, sexual, or gun violence or abuse. Number 3, financial abuse. I give real-world examples here of how a narcissist looks for wealthy or even under-resourced victims to groom and ultimately control their finances, access to resources, and otherwise use money as a means to control. Number 4, legal abuse. We need to talk about this type more often and raise awareness. Filing false restraining orders, motions, and otherwise using the legal system to harass or intimidate the victim, even taking away their parental rights. This is a real phenomenon and perpetuates a generational cycle of abuse when the children are not being raised by the healthy parent or loved one. Number 5, the last bucket of abuse. I'm calling this co-parenting abuse because I put together a unique set of examples as to how the narcissist uses the child as a pawn in the relationship, divorce, or separation process, ultimately trying to alienate the child from the other parent or even use the child to manipulate and or control and or feed their own supply. This is all a form of grooming and child abuse. This is something we need to learn and educate ourselves more about and stand up against. If any of this is sounding like a pattern for you, your child, or a loved one, please don't hesitate to get help. I've put together a free resource guide here. It's a list of resources that can help you, and it's categorized by these 5 types of abuse. For those of you looking to go deeper into learning about this, I've put together a tailored chart for moms, and I encourage you to interact with it, use it as a checklist, and ultimately as an aid for documentation, which we now know in the therapeutic world is so critical to taking the first step towards recognition of abuse and ultimately recovery. I've created a 3-part toolkit for moms, and you can access this on Stan Store if you're on my TikTok, or go to danidicho.com. You're not alone. You've got this. Let me know in the comments below if you have experienced any types of abuse like this, and I will see you guys again very soon. Ciao.